here we are now, the interface between the blood and the nephron. So as we saw before, this is the afferent. This is bringing blood in, came off of the cortical radiate. This is the glomerulus, meaning the capillary bed inside of the Bowman's capsule, the renal capsule, is called the glomerulus, all these little loops of capillary. And then blood exits via the efferent arteriole, efferent, coming out. Okay? So notice that red oxygenated blood goes in, and red oxygenated blood comes out. The kidney's not about oxygen. The kidney's about taking toxins out of the blood. So the blood comes in, we extract the toxins, and the blood leaves. Still with the oxygen in it, and a little bit cleaner than it was when it entered. That's the filter. The process of filtration, you'll talk about the details of that, in lecture, but in essence, the fluid that's in the capillaries is going to leave the vessel and fill this space. This is known as the capsular space. So this space is always filled with fluid. Fluid meaning the plasma that was in here comes out and fills this space. And then it starts to make its journey through the tube. So this is the beginning of the proximal convoluted tubule, right here. Okay? Now the capsule is made up of simple squamous epithelium. The rest of the tube is made up of simple cuboidal. Now I want you to look very close at these cuboidals. These cuboidals have microvilli, okay, because this is how it works. Once the fluid comes out of the blood, the tubule part of the nephron, PCT, the loop, and all that, DCT, is responsible for now taking the fluid back and putting it into the blood. Because we just released all this fluid, the only thing we're interested in is the toxins in the fluid. So we want to keep the toxins in the tube, but we want to resorb, take back as much of the water as we can, because that water came out of the blood. But it needs to go back to the blood, and hopefully at the very, very end, meaning after it's passed through all the loops, at the very end, what we have is a very little water filled with lots of toxins. That's what urine is. So, afferent, glomerulus, efferent, renal capsule, Bowman's capsule, capsular space, proximal convoluted tubule, simple cuboidal with microvilli, simple squamous. Now, this tube is going to be PCT, then it's going to descend, then it's going to ascend, then it's going to go to DCT. Well, that's what this is. This is a piece of the distal convoluted tubule that comes back and kisses the capsule. So let's slide over here. This one that we were using. Here's the PCT, there's the descending loop, ascending, and see the little piece of the DCT that comes back and kisses it? That little piece of DCT is this. And it's there because it wants to talk to this. Notice they cut this open to show you some cells here. Well, the cells that are here and the cells that are here communicate with one another. So what happens at the beginning is communicated to what's happening at the end. All right, this is known as the juxtaglomerular apparatus. Juxtaglomerular apparatus, meaning these cells and these cells make up what's called the juxtaglomerular apparatus.